never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, you know it was another early season preview for a college football team as we head into the 2023 college football season. Yesterday it was Nebraska. And I don't normally do back-to-back days of early season preview prediction videos because there's just so much other stuff going on in the sports world, especially this time of the year. But I am going to make an exception this week, and there's a reason for it. Today we're going to talk about a certain team, and I'll tell you the reason why I picked this team. And if you're a YouTube lover and you watch YouTube all the time, and I know there are people out there that watch YouTube way more than they watch regular TV. And if you're a college football fan, you probably know who I'm talking about, but just in case, let me go into details for a short minute. There's a YouTuber whose name was Gold and Blue Dude. And if you're a college football fan, you should know who he is because he talked nothing but college football, and he posted 3 or 4 videos every single day talking college football, even when it's not college football season. His name was Gold and Blue Dude because he's a fan of the West Virginia Mountaineers, and of course their colors are gold and blue. But anyway, he passed away this past Monday night at the age of 40, so I am certainly going to miss watching his college football videos, especially during the season when the Mountaineers play, because you can tell he is passionate about West Virginia. So in honor of Gold and Blue Dude, today we're going to be talking some West Virginia football, and I'm going to give you my prediction of what I think they're going to do this year. Of course, they're still coached by Neal Brown. A lot of people are not happy with that. They feel like Neal Brown has got them to about 5-7, 6-6, 7-5, and that's about as far as he's going to go. They've got some changes this year on the coaching staff. The offensive coordinator's name is Chad Scott, and I believe it's his 5th year on the coaching staff with Neal Brown at West Virginia, but it's his first year calling plays. He took a promotion in the coaching area. Last year's offensive play caller, Graham Harrell, is now the play caller with Purdue. He will be Purdue's offensive coordinator this year. The defensive coordinator is Jordan Leslie. Now, Neal Brown has came out and said that West Virginia has too many good running backs to not run the ball. So this year they're going to be a ground and pound type team. We'll see whether or not that's true. Their top 2 running backs are C.J. Donaldson and Justin Johnson. And their quarterbacks are Garrett Green and Nico Marshall. And it's pretty much going to be neck and neck all spring and all summer to decide which one of those ends up being the starting quarterback heading into the season. Of course, we know the Big 12 plays 9 conference games and 3 non-conference games. The Mountaineers opened up with all 3 non-conference games right in a row. September the 2nd, Penn State. On the 9th, Duquesne. And on the 16th, Pittsburgh. Now, of course, they played Pittsburgh last year in what was a very good game. But Pittsburgh has lost a lot, and I think the Mountaineers get them this year. So I've got them going 2-1 non-conference because they will lose the season opener to Penn State. But I think they'll beat Duquesne and Pittsburgh. And then they open up Big 12 play on the 23rd of September against Texas Tech, followed by TCU on the 30th. And then the first week of October, week number 6, is their bye week. They come back the following Thursday on October the 12th to play Houston. And then the 21st, Oklahoma State. Halloween weekend, the 28th, they play Central Florida. Heading into November, on the 4th, they play BYU, followed by Oklahoma, Cincinnati, and they wrap up the regular season Thanksgiving weekend, Saturday the 25th, against Baylor. Now, as I said, I've got them going 2-1 non-conference because they'll beat Duquesne and Pittsburgh, but they will lose to Penn State. Moving into conference play, personally, I think just about every team in the Big 12 is pretty much one and the same. I don't think the best team in the Big 12 is head and shoulders the best team, and I don't think the worst team in the Big 12 is head and shoulders the worst team. I think just about every single team could win or lose every single Saturday, which is going to make for good football and intriguing football, but it's going to leave you wondering all year long who the best team is because honestly, we don't know. You know, it used to be either Oklahoma or Texas, and it still might be, but they're not what they were 20 and 25 years ago. I think between Texas Tech and TCU, they win one. And I think between Houston and Oklahoma State, they win one. I think between Central Florida and BYU, they win one. And I think between Oklahoma, Cincinnati, and Baylor, they'll win 2. So I've got them going 5-4 in the Big 12, 7-5 overall with that non-conference loss to open the season against Penn State. And I know I'm not really being very decisive on what games they win or lose, but I think it's because every team in the conference is pretty much the same. So I think you could easily win every game or lose every game. So I think the Mountaineers could easily win one week, lose the next week. Win one week, lose the next week. I just don't see any games on the schedule that are automatic conference wins, but I don't see any games on the schedule that are automatic conference losses. So when it's that way and there's not one team that's far more superior, it's hard to say, hey, they're going to win this game, win this game, win this game. I just don't see it. I think they can be competitive in every game they play and win every game, but they could also lose every game. So I think 5-4 is about right where they'll be in conference, 7-5 overall. Any thoughts on this? Please feel free to let me know. Homes for Our Troops is a publicly funded 501c nonprofit organization that builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Since the 2004 inception, nearly 90 cents of every dollar spent has gone directly to our program services for veterans. Visit at hfotusa.org. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. My wife always buys cheap toilet paper. It's a pain in the butt. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them.